Hi friends, I'm Kellie Nelson. I'm a trainer and Group X teacher at March Wellness, and we're gonna do a little about 40-minute Group X class today. You're gonna need a little bit of space, you're gonna need a chair, and you're also going to need some form of a weight. So today I've got a few options. You can grab a empty gallon container, or maybe even a half gallon. A full gallon container is going to be about 8 pounds. So I filled mine a little bit over halfway. So I'm going to have about 4 or 5 pounds worth. You can hop on your scale before, and then you can grab your gallon filled and get it to just about the weight that you would like to have. And you just need one of these for today. You can also choose to grab a backpack and you can load it up to your preferred weight, and you can use that as well. If you'd like something a little bit lighter, you can grab some cans of soup or vegetables and you can use those as well. So again, you can pause your video if you need some time to run and grab some stuff. So that's what you're gonna need. And then the last thing is just getting some music going, because we're not going to use any music in my video so that we can put this on YouTube without any copyright issues. But if you would like to put some of your own music, whatever you'd like, we're just going to go for about 35 or 40 minutes here. So come on out onto the floor here. If you'd like to have your chair close by for some balance assistance, you can bring that chair out right in front of you. And we're just going to start marching. So you can either have that right off to your side or in front of you. I'm gonna move that out of my way so that you can see me. And we're just gonna start marching. Just let those arms swing. We're focusing on having really nice posture. Just let those arms go. Pulling the belly inward, getting really nice and tall. Our gaze is straight forwards. And then we're gonna start to hike those knees up a little bit higher. So the rate of our march is gonna slow down a little bit. We're pressing that foot down into the floor as we lift that second knee up towards our chest a little bit higher, pulling that belly button in, going for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we've got straight leg kicks. So we're gonna reach that toe up, straightening out the knee, and with our opposite arm, we're gonna reach that arm in front for our toe. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really good deep breaths here. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1 more each side, and pause it here. Now we're going to take our feet nice and wide. Turn your toes slightly outward facing, and we're going to bend our knees a little bit here. Slide our hands down for the edge of those thighs, and we're just going to turn and face the right side of the room. And then stand up through the center, untwist the body, and as we bend our knees, we're going to twist to the left side. Inhale, lengthening center, bending those knees outward, twisting right, lengthening tall center, and left, and center, and 1 more each side, to the right, and center, and last time to the left, and center. Good. Now, we're going to bring those feet back side by side, pretty narrow stance, and then reaching those arms out to the sides. Let's face our palms forwards, spread those fingers nice and wide, and then we're just going to be careful to make sure that we don't have anything to our right side. We're going to take high knees, 3 steps to the right, and then back to the left, 3 steps. High knees, both legs, back to the right for 3, and 2, and 1, back to the left, 3, and 2, and 1, and right, and 2, and 3, left, and 2, And 3. Let's go 2 more rounds here to the right. High knees, both knees. And to the left. And 2. And 3. Now if you have your chair, it'll look like this. Keep moving. And you just go as far as you can. You still have the support from your chair. High knees. And 2. And 3. Good. Relax it here. Now we're going to have our heel kickers. So looking at from the side, you're just going to reach your heels towards your tush. Trying to keep your kneecaps pointing down towards the floor. Keep your belly button pulling in. And then if you want to get a little bit more on this one, we're going to reach those arms out to the sides again. Turn the palms to face forwards. And then we'll start to take the feet a little bit wider. Again, keep those knees pointing down towards the floor. Feel that stretch in the front of the thigh. Those hamstrings in the back of the leg are starting to work and warm up. And then we're going to bend the knees in the center. And we're going to add a little upper body with this one. Through the center, we bend the elbows into our sides and reach. And reach. We're still kicking heels toward tush. Getting real warmed up now. And finally, we're going to add a side reach. 3 more here. 2. 1 more each side. And pause it here. Now, we're going to reach up to the side. Squatting back down through the center, feel your upper back squeeze, elbows hugging in, and reaching to the other side. Hugging elbows in, a little squat, and reach. Elbows in and reach. In and reach. In and reach. 3. 2 more each side. 1 more each. And relax it down. So first we have our goblet or our gallon squat. So if you are a little unsure about doing squats, you can bring up your chair. You're going to use it normal facing, and you're going to grab your weight. And we're just going to hold that weight really close to your chest. So if you have your backpack, you're just going to grab it, you're going to hold it. Maybe you can hold the straps of your backpack, hold it really close into your chest. If you have your chair, you're going to stand really nice and close to it so you can feel that it's there. And we're going to take our feet super wide. So you want to check that your heels are going to be about shoulders width and your toes are turning slightly outwards. And then from here, rolling the shoulders back, getting really nice, good posture. We're going to sit those hips back into our squat, the knees press outwards, and then driving into the heels to come up, squeeze those glutes. Going for 10, so we've got 9 more here, and up. Pressing into those heels, squeezing the belly. Inhale down, and exhale, keep it going. So if you have your chair, you can sit back, tap and lift. I'm a little short here, so I don't get a lot of range here. Reaching back. Try not to sit all the way back into your chair, but a gentle tap. Let's go for 3. And 2, staying nice and tall, belly pulling in. And beautiful work. So now you're going to use your same weight, or maybe you'll size down to your can. Maybe you dump a little bit of water out. We're going to do our bent over row. We're going to do a single arm row because we only have 1 weight. So you're going to come into a lunge position. The left foot's going to go forwards. The right foot's going to come all the way back. You're going to hold your weight in your right hand and hinge forwards till your heart center is facing towards the floor. The left hand can go down on your thigh, or if you'd like to use your chair for some support, you can bring that chair close to you, place your hand down on your chair, and then we row. Elbow back, shoulder blades squeezing, and then straightening out the arm without letting the shoulder drop down. You want to keep your right and left shoulder in alignment. So what it looks like from the front, here, and down. And 5, Going for 5 more for a total of 10. Now the front foot is supporting you a lot. We're getting a little bit of hamstring, quad, and glute work here. A lot of weight in your heel of that front leg. Give me 2 more here. Squeeze that shoulder blade. And then from here, we're gonna lift our chest up, switch out the legs, change hands with that dumbbell. And then you can also change sides on your chair. Hinging forwards, make sure your heart center is pointing down. If we get too high up, the row is gonna come into our neck and we don't want that. So we really wanna be hinged forwards here. Again, placing your other hand on your thigh or on your chair for extra support. Squaring off those shoulders. Supporting with that front leg, especially in your heel. Squeezing that shoulder blade. Straightening the elbow, keeping that shoulder back. Keeping the shoulder away from your ear as well. This is 4. And your gaze is just going to be right out in front of your foot. Probably about 1 body length distance is a good rule of thumb. No more than that, maybe even just a couple feet. Go for 3. And 2. And 1 more. And lift. Great job. All right, we're gonna do some push-ups now. So if you have a sturdy enough chair or an ottoman, something that you're comfortable with, you can use that to do your push-ups. You can also come down onto the floor, onto your mat. You can come into a plank position. You can drop your knees down. You always want your hands to be shoulders width, right below where your shoulders are. Now don't worry about coming down very low. I want you to focus on strong abdominals, belly pulling in. We're gonna slowly bend the elbows, lowering down. If you lose your ab connection, come on back up. So we've got knees. You've got full push-up position is gonna be your harder position. If you'd like to use your chair, you can bring that chair out. Again, just make sure that it is nice and sturdy. Mine's a little bit wobbly, so this is a little bit risky here. Coming into that push-up here. You can also go up against the wall and do your push-ups like we do in class. Hands shoulder width. And push. A lower hand position is going to be a little harder. Go for 5 more push-ups here, whatever you choose. And 4, 3, 2 more, and 1 more time. Good work. Go ahead and sit back on your heels, a little stretch, a couple breaths. If that deep knee bend doesn't feel good, keep the hips high. Walk the hands forwards like happy puppy. Couple deep breaths here. And slowly coming up. Now, we're gonna finish off with our pullovers for the lats and a little bit more abdominals. And then what you can do is you can restart this video and you can do that little strength circuit as many times as you like. So my suggestion would be doing it maybe 2 times, maybe 3 or 4 times if you're feeling strong, all right? So grab your weight again and we're gonna come on down to the floor. Now, if you have your gallon of water, 2 options. Tape the top so that the water doesn't spill out, or just make sure you hold it with the open side facing upwards on this one to make sure you don't dump the water out. So, holding here, we're gonna go straight arms, and we're just gonna lower this dumbbell or this gallon back and lift it straight up. Lowering straight back and lifting straight up. Now, if you want some challenge for those lower abdominals, keep the legs up. We're lowering back and lift. 7 more here. Keep your shoulder blades into the mat just slightly. And if you're not doing overhead movement and this doesn't feel good for the shoulders, keep your elbows above your head and do more of a tricep extension instead of that straight arm pullover. So this is going to be more for the back of the arms as opposed to a straight arm pullover for those lats, the underarm muscles. This is a great lat stretch, but again, sometimes this is not going to feel great for the shoulders. One more time here. And then carefully lowering that weight down. Beautiful work. All right, let's finish with our ab and core work here. So we're gonna do our bicycle and our modified bicycle. So starting with beginner level, hands behind the head. We're gonna lift the right leg up, lift the head and chest towards the right leg, and then lower the head down, lower the foot down. And then left side, lift, twisting towards the left side, and lower. We're breathing out, and in, and out, and in. Breathing out and in. As I make that twist, I'm aiming my shoulder towards the knee and trying not to move the elbows. Let's go for 2 more times for each side. And 1 more each. Beautiful work, y'all. Now, we're gonna turn onto our side and do a little bit of hip work, side lying. So we're gonna rest our head all the way down. We're gonna take the top leg, we're gonna reach that top leg way out. We're gonna lift the ribs up away from the floor, really pulling the belly in. We're gonna reach that top leg even further out. And we're just gonna lift the leg up and down. And we're not lifting super high, maybe 2 inches. And I want you to lift your heel up and turning your toe and knee to face downwards a little bit, as much as you can. So I don't want your toe facing towards the ceiling. I want your heel facing towards the ceiling, or even just the side of your foot. But make sure your toe is not turned upwards. I want your hip bone facing forward. We're going for 3 more here, and 2, and 1 more, and rest. We're gonna do our back extensions. So on your belly, arms resting down by your sides, palms facing upwards, nose pointing downwards, belly scooping up away from the floor. As we inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the head, the arms and shoulders roll up and back. And then exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Now make sure to leave your legs down on the floor, scooping the belly before you lift the chest, and don't lift the head too much, just the chest. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. And what I mean by don't lift the head is don't lift the chin up. Keep the nose pointing towards the floor. Go for 3, 2 more. Inhale to lift, shoulders back, shoulders away from the ears. Belly button in, inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. And then let's roll to your other side. And we'll do those leg lifts. Lying all the way down. Top leg reaching really long. Bottom ribs lifting up. Reaching that top hip and leg even longer. And again, heel leading the way, lifting up and lowering down. Not the toe, just the heel. So almost having your toe and knee turned facing towards the floor as much as you can. Breathe. Holding those abs in nice and tight. Allowing your top shoulder to reach down away from your ear. Holding really good posture. Let's go for 5. And 4. Trying not to let your hips or your torso wobble around, but just that leg lifting a tiny, tiny bit, just 2 inches. 2 more here. And last one. And relax it. Beautiful work. Now we're gonna do one more set of our bicycle crunches. You can do the modified version again, or you can do the regular bicycle crunch, which I'll demonstrate quickly. If you want an extra challenge and you really want to burn it out at the end, you can do the advanced version of bicycle crunches. So you have our beginner version. I'm going to show you the regular bicycle crunch. We have both legs lifting, and you're switching your legs past each other. You're twisting towards the bent leg. If you want to do the inner or the advanced version, both legs are moving together out, and they come in as you twist towards one side, out, and both come in as you twist towards the sides, okay? We've got 10 on each side. Exhale, inhale, exhale, twist. Let's begin. That's 1 and 2. Breathing in and out. That's 3. Keep moving. I'll do all versions. That's 4 and 5, 6, almost there, breathe, 7 and 8, and that's 9. Last one on each side is 10, and relax it. Beautiful work. Take a full body stretch. Deep breaths. Bring those feet in. We'll take the right ankle over the left knee. Hug those knees in. If this feels really difficult for you, grab your chair. There's no shame absolutely in doing it this way because it's almost better alignment this way, and something you can do at your desk throughout the day. Ankle over knee, sitting super tall, reaching the heart center forwards until you get that stretch in that glute area. Deep breaths. And what I like to do is really straighten up the body every time we breathe in. And a little more hinging forwards as we breathe out. And then we'll switch legs. Breathing in. And breathing out. Remember, you can do this on the floor, on your back, if you prefer that. And then we're going to come up to a stand to finish off. So just get your bearings. Come on up to a stand. Again, if you'd like your chair there for a little bit of security and balance, go ahead and have that nearby. We're going to stand with our feet about hips width apart, maybe shoulder width for a little bit more stability. We're just going to rock our weight forward and backwards in the feet, just to get some equal weight in the front and the back of the feet, between the toes and the heels. And we're just going to settle equally between the toes and the heels. Soften into those knees, and then we'll just roll the shoulders back and back and back. Reaching those arms nice and long. We're going to turn palms to face forwards. Spread those fingers really, really wide. And then we're going to tilt our head over. And then with your other arm, this arm here on this side, floating out and really dropping the shoulder down, floating the arm in front of the body just a little bit. Deep breath in and exhale. And then we're going to rotate the palm to face back. Take another inhale and exhale. And then rotate palm the other way, maybe upward facing. Inhale here. And exhale, float that arm down by your side again. We'll start to tilt the head down and around to the other side. Start to float that opposite arm out and forward just slightly, spreading those fingers wide, keeping that shoulder reaching down. And then inhale and exhale. We'll start to rotate palm to face back. Inhale and exhale. Rotating the palm all the way around, upward facing, maybe forward facing. Another inhale. And exhale, floating the arm just down by your side. We'll tuck the chin down to the chest one more time, looking straight forwards. Softening into those knees one more time. We'll take our deep breath in, reaching outwards, reaching upwards. Exhale, floating those arms down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, floating the arms down. And one more time. Inhale. Bring those palms together overhead, floating those palms down to heart center. Give yourself a bow of thanks. Give yourselves high fives and virtual fives for an awesome workout today. Thank you guys. Take care. Now we're going to come down onto the floor to do a little bit of core work. If you have trouble getting up and down off of the floor, this is great practice, but also you can bring your chair nearby. You could drag your laptop or whatever you're following along with over so that you can have maybe a countertop or something to help you get up after you're done with your floor work. So two of the best ways to get down, if your shoulders are the weak link, we're gonna lunge it down. So you're gonna take your feet really, really wide. You're gonna take 1 foot forwards, a little staggered stance. You can have your chair close by. We're gonna lean into that chair a little bit, tuck your back toe under, and we're gonna kneel down. And then you can place the hands down on the floor. You can pivot the knee down, and we're gonna roll onto our seat. And we're gonna lie down onto our back, okay? I'm coming back up, and I'm gonna show you the option. If the deep lunging, the knees are the issue, and the deep bending is pretty painful, we're gonna come down, forward fold, and down dog style. So again, a wide stance brings you closer to the floor, so go as wide as you can. We're gonna hinge forwards, allow your knees to bend a little bit, and then we're gonna walk those hands forwards, drop the knees down, and then from here, you can tuck around and come onto your back. So we're coming into our bridges first. The feet are gonna be about the same width as your hips. Arms are pressing down by your sides onto the mat. The footprints are flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, scooping your belly in toward your spine. We're gonna push into our heels. Lift those hips up. Squeeze the glutes, lifting into our bridge. Hold for 3 and 2 and 1, and then lowering those hips back down. We're gonna do that 4 more times with both feet on the floor. Exhaling to lift. Feel the squeeze of the tush. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Lowering back down. 3 more here. Push and squeeze. Hold 3 and 2. That belly's still pulling in. The glutes are tight. We lower down. Inhale. Exhale, pushing through the feet, especially into the heels. Hold 3, 2, and 1. And 1 more time. Push and squeeze. 3 and 2 and 1. And lowering all the way down. And then bring your right knee up. Hug it into the chest. Bring the left knee up. Hug that into the chest. And we're just going to rock into the low back here. Little circles, a few circles clockwise and counterclockwise. And then from here, we're gonna open up the hips a little bit more, taking the knees to the outsides of the chest. You can hold on to the knees, maybe the backs of your thighs, or if you're super flexible, you could even reach for the outsides of your feet, like that yoga pose, happy baby. And you can use those hands to pull the feet and the knees down by your sides, really opening up through those adductors. And then we'll bring those knees back together and rest those feet down on the floor. So from here, we'll take a deep breath in and pull the belly button into the spine and feel the lower back flattening into the mat. From here, floating the right knee up, keeping a 90-degree angle in the knee joint, feeling the knee stack right over the hip. And then the opposite arm is gonna raise up, feeling the shoulder joint sink down into the floor. And then from here, simultaneously, the left arm will raise up as the right leg stretches out. Now keep your belly pulling really deep, keep the low back very flat. And then we're gonna just return to our starting position. Inhale, stretching out, and exhale, coming in. Inhale, stretching out, and exhale, coming in. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge through this one, you can bring your other arm up and move both arms at the same time. You could even bring that second leg up. We're still just moving the right leg, but that will take away the support of the left side. We've got 2 more times moving that right leg out and back in. And 1 more time. And we'll float those arms down, float the legs down. So now we've got the left leg up in tabletop. The right arm will extend as we inhale and exhale, bringing it back in, keeping that belly button pulling down toward the floor. Inhale and exhale, adding that second arm if you wish. Maybe adding that second leg. Again, just moving the left leg. And 3. 2 more times. And last one. And we'll let those feet float down. Let the arms and legs take a full body stretch. And then we'll walk those feet close to the body again, lifting those legs up, maybe crossing the ankles for support, reaching those arms out to your sides, and we're just gonna let those legs tilt to one side, just an inch or 2 and back to the center, and then to the other side, an inch or 2, and back to the center. So the shoulders are always staying cemented into the floor, and we're just tilting the hips from side to side, getting a little bit of a twist through the spine. If this feels like a little bit too intense, you can place the toes down on the floor, and you can just let those legs tilt from side to side, keeping those tiptoes on the floor. Let's go for 3 more times here, and 2, and 1 more, and back to the center. And then hug those knees up to the chest again, rocking into that low back. And we're gonna get started on a little bit of strength training with your weight of choice. Again, either a little bit of water in a jug, a backpack with some items in it. You can weigh yourself on your scale, or you can just feel it by weight to make sure you've got the perfect amount.